The bedroom killer was no ordinary predator, but a vessel for the darkest evils known to existence, a puppet of a sinister demon driven by an insatiable lust for beauty and a consuming hatred for innocence. He chose the town of Mellow Creek as his next place of torment. He moved with an eerie grace, slipping through the cracks of reality, unseen and unheard, a predator with a hunger that could never be sated. His methods were as chilling as they were precise. He would infiltrate the sanctity of his victims' homes, a silent specter, haunting the darkest corners of their existence. The closets became his abyss, under their beds his hunting grounds, and hiding in the attics was his tombs, as he waited with bated breath for the perfect moment to strike. The bedroom killer had a sick and twisted obsession with his victims' beauty and sexy bodies. Before he would extinguish their lives, he would revel in their splendor, his eyes alight with a perverse admiration for the curves of their bodies, pretty lips, and the softness of their skin. And then there were the masks. Oh yes, the creepy masks. A collection of grotesque visages, each one a reflection of the twisted depths of his depravity. He would don them with gleeful abandon, his choice dictated by the mood of the moment and the identity of his next victim. Behind each mask lay a soul blacker than the abyss, a vessel for the unspeakable horrors that lurked within the darkest recesses of his being. The bedroom killer has a special darkroom in his apartment where he develops the photos of the brutal crimes he commits to the girls using his favorite camera. There are pictures of past victims that he stalked and killed that he keeps as success stories. This room is where he spends most of his time planning his next attacks. The first victim of the sadistic psychopath was Bridget, who was an aspiring model on the path to making it big in the industry. Bridget's laughter once filled the air like sweet music, her dreams as bright as the morning sun. Yet, beneath the facade of her joy lay the lurking dread of the bedroom killer. As she returned home from her usual coffee shop fix and some donuts, a chilling wind whispered through the streets, a harbinger of horrors to come. The bedroom killer followed and stalked her every night at the shop, watching through the windows from a distance. Little did she know, her cheerful demeanor along with her long hair, beautiful lips and sexy legs had caught the attention of the bedroom killer. Her every move had been meticulously observed, her innocence fueling the flames of the killer's obsession. With practiced precision and expert crowbar skills, he broke into the door of her apartment. He slithered in quietly, his footsteps silent like a graveyard at night. Hidden within the confines of her closet, he watched with feverish anticipation as she undressed and changed into her nightclothes. His lustful desires start spiraling into madness, and his hormone is taking over his body like a dark entity entering his body. When Bridget succumbed to the embrace of sleep in her bed, the bedroom killer emerged from the darkness of her closet like a specter of death. His mind thinking twisted thoughts with a perverse ecstasy as he traced the contours of her bodily form, his twisted fantasies reaching feverish pitch. With a predatory grace, he pressed the pillow over her face, smothering her cries in a symphony of silence. Each gasp of air fueled his perverse pleasure until her body lay still, a mere vessel for his twisted desires. As her body lays lifeless as the bedroom killer takes a picture with camera, as she is one of hundreds of girls he has killed for his sadistic pleasure. The next victim we have is Tessa, a young woman who is going to college to be a doctor. She always volunteered her time to help the community. Her altruistic spirit and radiant smile had unwittingly become the object of the bedroom killer's depraved fixation. He fantasized about her nice legs, nice round butt and perfect boobs. Her nightly jogs offered no respite from his relentless pursuit, each step echoing her impending doom. As Tessa's footsteps faded into the night, the killer's presence loomed ever closer. His hunger to touch her flesh consumed him from within, driving him insane. With the skill of a predator, he infiltrated her home, going through the window, his shadowy form slithering beneath her bed like a serpent in the dark. Through the lens of his hidden camera, he watched with rapt fascination as Tessa got out of the shower wearing only a towel, preparing for bed. He enjoyed what he was seeing. Running through his mind was evil thoughts and sadistic fantasies if he could just have her for one night. As Tessa succumbed to the gentle embrace of sleep, his fingers curled into claws of anticipation as he descended upon her body, his breath hot against her skin. In his twisted delirium, he reveled in the power coursing through his veins, relishing every moment of her terror. With a cruel twist of fate, he wraps the chain around her throat, squeezing tightly, crushing her neck, savoring the sight of her struggles as life ebbed from her body. Each convulsion sent waves of ecstasy coursing through his veins until her final breath escaped, leaving nothing but silence in its wake, sending her soul to the spirit world, hopefully to hell. Satisfied with the carnage he has caused, he takes pictures with his camera and moves on to the next girl he has a secret crush on. Our final and lovely victim is Jessica, a successful lawyer with a promising career at a big popular law firm. With her steely resolve and sharp intellect, had never once imagined herself prey to the darkness that lurked within Mellow Creek. Yet, as she ventured into the depths of the night, the tendrils of fate drew her ever closer to her inevitable demise. The bedroom killer would watch her at the dance club every Saturday night. The way she moves her body with such grace and precision really turned him on. His sadistic fantasies got the best of him, and he knew he had to see her one last time before he took her life. Unbeknownst to Jessica, the bedroom killer's gaze had long since fixated upon her, his madness consuming him with a voracious hunger. Later that night, before she left the nightclub, he headed to her house, and with practical ease, he breached the sanctity of her home, his presence a looming specter in the night. From the shadows of the attic, he watched with bated breath as Jessica succumbed to the gentle embrace of sleep. His pulse quickened with each passing moment, his anticipation reaching a feverish pitch. With a sadistic gleam in his eye, he descended upon her, his weapon of choice poised to strike with a hammer. As the first blow fell, the echoes of Jessica's screams reverberated through the night, a symphony of agony that fueled the killer's twisted desires. With each savage strike, he reveled in the ecstasy of her pain, his laughter mingling with her cries until the darkness consumed them both. Strike after strike with the hammer bashing her brains in and crushing her skull. Just that quick, her life was gone. In the wake of his depraved deeds, the bedroom killer vanished into the night, leaving nothing but echoes of terror in his wake. His victims, forever lost to the abyss, their tortured souls condemned to wander in eternal torment. If you are a pretty girl with a nice body, you had better watch out for the bedroom killer, for he lurks and hunts the most beautiful girls. Put extra locks on your doors and never be alone at night.